Hi, I'm Rennie. I am a tarot reader and channeler. I, once again, just made a full message and the audio went out. And anytime I do that, I feel like it's a message that people need to hear. It's a channeled message. I'm specifically speaking to somebody who has been having, I think, a little bit of difficulty releasing a connection, a specific person. And it feels like this person keeps coming up in your thoughts. What I was getting was this visual, like this thread, like, I'm seeing like a red yarn, like, thread, like, I wanted to say cord, but it looks more like a thread. It looks more like fabric connecting you to this person. It feels like this person is pulling on your energy, but it's subconscious, so they might not be like intentionally or actively thinking about you, but you're coming up in their energy during this time for some reason. I haven't like tapped into why that is for this person, but the reason why I'm not really getting what's going on with them more specifically is because it's not about them, it's about you. I feel like you are meant to be fully closing out that cycle, because the version of yourself now and where you're headed and what you're calling in is not in alignment with this past person. And so as this person's coming up now, it's like there's a part of you that wants to understand why that is and maybe potentially explore it, and there is like a little part of many of you that might even want to go back to this person or hear from this person or connect with this person in that way. And spirit is like, no, there was a specific version of you where at a certain point in your life that was in alignment. It was meant to teach you something. This person feels like for a lot of you was a catalyst for sure, and it really was meant to teach you about yourself and recognizing what you actually want and deserve. And now you're supposed to be creating space for that to come in, not just physically but also energetically. And so by choosing to ruminate on this person or to go back to this person, you would then be having to repeat a cycle that you really have already learned, and you're just struggling to close it out because you're still feeling that energy. You're still feeling that emotionally, but it's not being felt so that you can return to it. It's being felt so that you can fully process it, so that you can fully release it energetically, basically so you can get that closure within yourself, so that then you can create that energetic space for what you actually want. Because the thing about it is that if you were to receive exactly what you were asking for or what you've been hoping for, even trying to manifest, you might not be ready for it. And like this coming up, this version of you that is still tethered to this person is highlighting that. It's highlighting where you might still need to process things or release things. And this is like deeper than like a cord cutting. This is like you reflecting on who you were in that connection versus who you are now or who you're becoming. And if that version of you that was in connection to that person and who they are, is that in alignment with who you're becoming? For most of you, no. For the majority of you, the answer to that is no. This person has not evolved in a similar way to you. And it's not to say you have to be the same, it just means that you're just not in alignment. And in order for you to be with this person, you would have to stay in that version of you when your spirit is calling you to evolve and move into this new cycle and this new version of you. And with that, all of the new that comes in, but you have to allow yourself to fully be in that energy. And so really this is just coming up as an invitation to release, and to really like not just release the person, but that old version of you. Grieve all of that fully and release it, and then allow yourself to fully embody who you are now and what you actually want, so that you can create space for it to come. So I'm honestly also feeling that on the other side of this, it feels so much lighter. So it's not something you'll regret. It's not something you'll second guess. Like, you won't question this. Once you're on that other side, you will thank yourself for this. So even if it feels confusing or foggy or even painful now, that the version of you you're continuing to evolve into and become is going to be so grateful that you did that, and you're going to look back and understand why you went through the connection and what you learned from it and how you grew from it. But it's not for you anymore, and that's okay. You can have gratitude for what it was. You can, grieve it and process it, but you don't have to hold on to it anymore. You can let it go and trust that what's coming in is better. And I know that is much easier said than done, but this new version of you has faith in that. So lean into that right now. And yeah, that's the message. So if this resonates for you, feel free to follow me. I also have my bookings open if you want a personal reading. There is a link in my bio for that. And yeah, you got this, okay?